Hello friend, if you are new here, welcome. In this video, I'm going to go over how I balance work life while I am a busy CEO and wife and mom of three. I am someone that wants to see the world. I want to experience new things on a daily basis, at least on a monthly basis. Some of the advice that I'm also going to give you may not be for you if you are at the very beginning phases of your business and you haven't done the work yet. And I will go over what that entails. At this phase of my life, I am 40 years old. I've been working since a child should not be working. I did majority of the hard stuff in my 20s. I decided to have all of my children in my 20s, a career in my 20s, and I've changed careers. I won't go into that. You can catch some of the videos that I have on here previously that talk about some of the things I've done in the past. But this video is very specific about work-life balance, while taking care of my clients are very important, and also taking care of my family is very important. And also my peace of mind and my self-care is very important. So for a long time, I struggled with balancing the two. I'm going to share some strategies that I've used that I'm still testing out that have helped me to establish a really good balance. So if you're at the beginning phase of your building business, before you can do some of the things that I'm going to talk about, you want to systemize your business, meaning you shouldn't be the only person in your business. If you don't move a needle, it doesn't get moved. That's a really tough situation to be in, but by all means, I've been there. And when you're at the phase where you are the only person because you're at the very startup phase and you don't have any money to pay anybody else yet, you want to take this moment to systemize your business. One of the biggest treasures that I gained from the sheriff's office is we were very policy and procedure driven. So SOPs, learning what your specific orders are for that specific post that you have or area that you cover was a regular thing for me coming from the sheriff's office, and I didn't even think about that it would play a role into everything that I did after leaving the sheriff's office. And if you don't know, I served at the Broward County Sheriff's Office. I was a deputy there for about a decade or so. But nonetheless, I took that knowledge that I gained and I put it towards everything in my life. So while I was slow, I didn't have enough customers, I took that time to take the knowledge out of my head and put it into Google Documents. That's my system, It's not complicated. You don't need to go learn a whole new customer management system. If you are at the beginning phases, use Google Document, okay? I took the information out of my head and I put step-by-steps on Google Document, and then I hire my first assistant. Now, even before leaving the sheriff's office, I had an assistant that worked for me, and she basically helped me with my real estate investments and different things that me and my husband got going on. But even with that, I needed to systemize certain things so that she's not sitting around doing nothing while, she's getting paid. So I would take away the information from my head and I would put SOPs. At this point, I have about 5 employees in the business, but in the beginning, it was just me plus my assistant that I was still figuring out how to properly use her role. But I learned that most people hire without doing these things first. And if that's the case, it's going to be stressful for you and for your assistant. As a matter of fact, your assistant will become a stress trigger because now you're worried about paying someone who's sitting around doing nothing, who's probably sending you messages trying to find something to do because now they're worried about their jobs. Because who's going to continue to pay someone to do nothing when you are probably struggling to find money to manage your business because you're new and every customer is gold. So that's what I did first. I systemized the business. I learned that most people don't like to read. So then I turn around, I have a whole employee onboarding systems that come around with checklists, with videos, with if things go wrong, this is what you need to do. If I'm not available, these are the steps. That's what I did first. Then I onboarded. I figure out what areas in my business that I needed to have different staff in, and I hired those positions. Of course, if you want to know how I was able to hire, most of my teams are virtual assistants. If you want to know how I ended up hiring my team, you can put that in the comments, and then I'll be more than happy to do a video on that as well. I've been hiring virtual assistants for quite a few years, and I think I learned at this phase what works and what don't work. But I don't know if you want to know that. Drop it in a comment, and I'll be more than happy to do a video on that. So what I'm about to say is, depending on where you are, you may be able to use some of those strategies, or if you're not at the space where you can use those strategies yet, you can start working on those. So at some point, you can start implementing them. Yes. So systemize your business. The next thing is, while I am on the road, I still work in my business. So I will wake up very early in the morning before my family wake up. I will take care of important emails, even though I don't manage my inbox. Some important emails, my procedures are for my assistant to bring it to my attention so I can take care of. So I still check those important emails. I still make phone calls. I still follow up with a certain type of things that I need to do myself. And I take care of my business before my family get up. So that means if it means I'm waking up at 6 a.m., depending on what I need to get done and how much of it, I'll establish what time I need to get up by. I'll grab my computer, my phone. I will check what I need to check, delegate what I need to delegate to my team, review what I need to review, approve what I need to approve. And then I'm able to wake my family up, go with the plan for the day, and now I'm out on the road. I used to go on vacation, coming back feeling overwhelmed because I had the mindset of, I'm on vacation, I don't have to deal with this right now. But then when I get home, I'm overwhelmed with things to do. And I noticed that it did something to me because at some point I'm like, I don't really feel like going on vacation because I know I'm going to come back to an overwhelm. So I had to shift my mindset, and after shifting my mindset, I'm able to take longer vacation days because I'm not, quote, on vacation. This is part of my lifestyle. I take care of my clients, I take care of my family, and I'm taking care of myself, and I'm having fun. And I think this is where I thrive because it's something that I've always wanted to be on the road and not come back to an overwhelm. And having these type of structures allows me to do so. For example, I could be, like right now I'm at an airport. My family is in the corner having their breakfast. I'd like to show you. Let me see if I can show you right quick. I don't know if you were able to see, but they're in the corner having their meals, and I'm in the corner doing this video because I thought this will help someone. So I'm still testing out my work-life balance. One of the things that have helped me a lot as well is my network. I'm surrounded by good people who are good to me just as I am good to them, and also who want to support me and my business. And of course, I want to support them in the business, and I have supported them in their businesses. And so when you do good with people, people will do good to you. And a lot of times I will come up last minute. I want to do something. I want to go on a trip. For example, we have a conference in 7 days. And I'm in Puerto Rico right now recording this video celebrating my husband's birthday. Like, who does this? We have a whole sold out conference coming up in just 7 days, and I'm at the airport in Puerto Rico, going back home. So, and we spent 7 days here celebrating my husband's birthday. And I'm proud to be able to say that, not as a brag, but to see in the beginning of anything that is worth doing, you do a lot of hard work for free. And as you're doing these hard work, you're not successful yet, and you probably don't have any customers yet. And it's very difficult to do those hard work. You're working hard, you're waking up early, going to bed late, and then you're not getting paid. And no one is patting you in the back, telling you you're doing a good job. And these are very difficult things to do. But when I can look back now to see the result of all of this hard work and all of these systems that I've been able to put in place, and to have a conference in 7 days, yet I'm in Puerto Rico, going back home. But it shows that the system works. So if you're at the very beginning phases, put your head and shoulders down, do the hard work. It is going to work out. Of course, it's not overnight, but it is worth it, and I would do it all over again. So yes, is my system perfect? No, I am still tweaking things out. And in fact, for 2027, I have a whole bunch of new ideas that I plan to share with you guys. I'm still testing new things. And as you know, I'm one of those people, I am not afraid to fail. I will try it. I will give it a chance. And if I failed at it, I learned something. And now I know that next time when I do X, Y, and Z, do it a little differently. And if I completely don't like it, I know I gave it a try. Yeah, for 2027, a lot of exciting things coming up. Let me know which strategy or which tip that you are most aligned with and what you plan to try. Because even managing your assisted living, for example, you can strategize ways to enjoy yourself. You can collaborate with another administrator. You go on vacation, they cover for you. You can have one of your team trained as an administrator, so you can have them as your manager. When you're out, they can cover for you. And there are ways to actually get out and enjoy life while you work. You just have to want to do it and research it. Right now, I'm working on some amazing ideas for 2027, and I'm watching a lot of moms who are out there. We're a family of 5. We're a pretty big family out there testing new things, serving people, and making a difference. So I'm excited to see what 2027 will bring. Yeah, if you are new here, I'm Carlene Cadet Francois. I help busy professionals convert buildings into thriving assisted living and group homes throughout the state of Florida. I host large senior care assisted living caregivers conferences. We have one in just 7 days. It's already sold out, but we are registering for 2027, and I'm excited to tell you all of the amazing plans me and the team have been able to put together for you. If you want to know how you can work with me, you feel called, check the link in the description. You'll learn so many other ways that you can work with me. Until next time, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please consider to like, subscribe, and share it with someone that will find it valuable. I love you. Take care.